All righty, we're going to go ahead and get started. As you know, it's a short month, February, so we have the rest of tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday to finish up the month, but also finish up the compensation plan that LifeVantage has used for 14 years. So we have LifeVantage 2.0 starting on Wednesday. But we may not be able to see it on Wednesday or Thursday. It's going to take them a couple days to get the software switched around. It's like a brand new company, what's happening. So just don't worry about it. What you want to do is do the best you can do. Getting in any business, any orders, getting anybody enrolled by Tuesday night. So we have a little bit of a cushion. I think they're telling us 48 hours.
Yeah.
I think that's the long side of it. They're just giving themselves a cushion. At least I hope so. That's what they're doing. But before I give it to April, I just want to share a couple things with you. Hats off to everybody that went to work this month, where by the time Tuesday comes around, the team is going to be plus something like 70 enrollments over last month. And we've never grown by 70, that's 70. We've never gone up by 70 enrollments from one month to the next. Like that's the biggest amount in the 5 years that we've been here, from 1 month to the next month. Okay, 70 is a good number, and we're excited about that. Hats off to Chicago. I gotta share something with you. I haven't slept since I got home from Chicago. Folks, you guys, it was the first time in the 5 years that April and I've been in the business where not only were there more guests in the room than distributors, but there were 3 times more guests in the room than distributors. It was, there was like 35 people in the room and 25 or 26 of them were guests. And that means 9 people had 26 guests. That's what it breaks down to. Or there was an average about 3 guests per person that was in the business. So hats off to you. That is, I got to tell you, we had an opportunity to talk to Skylar a little bit. And Skylar was there from corporate. Unfortunately, Rachel, who is the most famous person in LifeVantage, was snowed in. And, we were able to get her to beam in on Zoom, at the end of the meeting, but she was supposed to do the meeting, but she lives in northern Minnesota. And if you know anything about that storm that went from West Coast to East Coast, northern Minnesota got anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of snow. So she could not fly in, and she was miserable over it. I mean, she was texting me like crazy. She heard we were going to have a lot of guests in the room. She was really excited to come. And anyway, the weather's the weather. Okay, there isn't anything anybody can do about that. But hats off to you. Thousands and thousands in orders have already gone in from that meeting, with the most yet to come by the time Tuesday night comes. So we're excited, and April and I will get with you guys and girls. But the next time we come, we're hoping it's the end of March, sometime after New Orleans. But we wanted next time maybe do 3 days there and do different meetings in different parts of the town, because obviously Chicago is a very big place. And, 1 hour from one area to the next area is nothing, so we may be looking at doing multiple meetings, but we'll keep you informed on that. But anyway, we're really proud of you. We're really excited that you're part of, we're partners together in business, because that was something Skylar had never seen that before, and he's been with LifeVantage a long time, and he never walked into a meeting where there were 3 times as many guests as there were distributors. That was a first for him too. So, what's really funny, and Jaya probably remembers this, and Joanne probably remembers this from our old company, but that was normal. When we were building our first company, nobody ever imagined going to a meeting without guests. Like, it's like, why would you go to a meeting and not bring guests? It's just like, it was common. And what's exciting is, in this business, you create the norm when you bring people into the business. And what you guys did in Chicago on Wednesday night is you showed all the guests that this business can be easy if you're excited. Okay, that's what you did. You showed them that it could be easy when you're excited. Now, I'll tell you, there's a lot of stuff we're excited about. I see Angie and Allie on here. They just signed a contract to do expos, okay? And they're going to be doing collagen expos, okay? And, I guess they're wellness, health expos. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know they signed a contract to do 3 or 4 of them, and have bought about $5,000 worth of collagen. So they have product to sell when they do them. And got to give credit to Angie. If they're okay with, well, I'm going to give credit to her anyway. I'm not going to share nothing without her permission. But she made one of the coolest postcards for handing out with a QR code on it that I've ever seen. And Angie and Allie, I don't know, they're sisters and they do everything together. So I have no idea who designed what. They're both doing the expos and the cards, and bought a big amount of inventory so they can do lots of business. But there's a lot of good things going on, folks. And the timing going into March with this new pay plan couldn't be better. Okay. And I told you before, and I've told people at corporate, this was the only missing piece for LifeVantage to go from a $200 million company to $1 billion company. And it was making an adjustment in the compensation plan so that the middle of the plan made more money. In other words, the people enrolling people made more money, and it was worth it to keep people on subscription because the repeat months paid well. Okay. And they did that. And everybody's going to see that pay increase starting March 1st. So we're only 3 days away from that. So anyway, that's what I got. April, I know you got a bunch of stuff to cover. Yeah. There's changes galore coming, people. So do not freak out. Okay. These are good things. Well, go ahead, April.
Yeah. Each week I want to kind of focus on one thing so that you're more comfortable, with the changes of the company. Some things apply to you that some don't, but, I'm so glad to hear. And I was one of the ones that copied what they did already, as far as, because Jennifer and I, who's on here, we're doing an in-person networking event on the 9th too. So, what's really cool about our company, it gives us the opportunity to do networking in person or online, or there's all different ways that we can go about doing business. So everybody can do it. You don't have to be on social. You can be on social, whatever works for you. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And we are going to talk all things Evolve. Let's put this from. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you should be able to see that now. And again, our company with the new stuff that is coming, the enhanced plan starts March 1st. So that is Wednesday. And we're all excited about it. A lot of stuff has gone on with that. But I want to spend a little time on the loyalty program. There are new prices. Don't be afraid, because when I show you what the difference is, it is so minor, you won't believe it. And then we're going to talk a little about New Orleans and a few other things in there. This is the loyalty program. Okay, so you really want to have your customers on subscriptions before before the end of February 28th. So before March 1st, we want to have them on subscription. So what that means is that they have a recurring order every month. They have an order going out. They're going to get $10 off that first order. That's to help ease them into the program. And you will see the difference when I talk about it in a minute. But if they are on auto ship prior to that, they are grandfathered into the loyalty program. So that's exactly how I've been talking to my customers, getting them ready for the price increase. Because if they are on auto ship before the end of February, they're going to get $20 for every $200 they spend. And that's in real dollars. So if they spend $100, they get, well, if they spend $200, they get $20. So again, for every 200 spent, they get $20. So they need to be on auto ship. And then what happens is if they spend $100, if they're auto ship, which for most people, mine all are over 100 pretty much. I have very few that are just NRF2. But if it's 100 for April, and I mean, for March and April, they also get a free product shipped with the April shipment, with the auto ship in April. So a lot of perks up front they're giving.
April, just explain that being on subscription doesn't necessarily mean it needs to go out every month.
Yeah,
but
I was
it
going to
needs to
get
be
to that.
scheduled, okay?
Yeah, we'll get to that. And I'm going to show you an example of this as well. So I've kind of taken 3 big examples to show you, to put you to ease with what this all means. So the anniversary, you'll get a full size product, whatever they bought their first product for. Now, keep in mind that, the way the new plan works is we have 3, prices that people buy product at. We have a retail price, we have our subscription price, which is our auto ship price, and now we have our consultant price. So the reason for someone to already want to be on, and we just have to get used to these new prices, the reason somebody wants to be on auto ship is they're able to purchase the product 10% cheaper than somebody that's buying it retail. So that's a big deal there. They're going to get exclusive offers throughout the year. And then the $5.99 is going to be the flat rate shipping. And you know how heavy the collagen is. So that's going to be our flat rate shipping price, regardless of the size of the order. So again, this is for our customers. If for some reason you get a new customer, which you probably will, March 1st, we'll all get new customers, they'll start at getting $10 off the 200. But what happens is once they get to the 1,000 point, they will then start getting $20 off the every 200. So it'll go up there. You can see on the bottom, do not cancel any auto ships. Already I've started to talk to people. I write them in my calendar, if they're traveling or they need some kind of order where maybe they order the PROTANDIM 3-pack is a good example. And I actually did a scenario on that. So some people that are just buying just a month of PROTANDIM NRF2 or any one product, maybe they're just on Omega. We have some of those. They may want to purchase their product every 3 months. You can now go into the back office and move it out 3 months. So, and again, like Bobby said, Wednesday, Thursday, probably our sites are going to be down. But after that, just keep a calendar of what you need to do. The whole idea of this new program is the money is in the customers. And so a lot of people have not done a lot of customer service. So you want to make a point of staying in touch with your customers. And one of the best ways to stay in touch with your customers is if you have to check on their auto ship, check on their product. It also makes it, whenever we bring out a new product, really easy. I was sitting with somebody in Chicago. I forget, we were going through, I realized Monday night I'd sent out quite a few text messages to people that were either customers, former customers, or people that knew that I was in the industry. Maybe they'd not bought one of my products or whatever, but I let them know that I had another great product. And I talked about the collagen and then sent the collagen link. I sent out about 40 of those texts. I got 4 orders from those 40 texts, which didn't take long because it really was just a copy and paste. So, the loyalty program is going to be huge for us. This is going to help keep your customers. And again, if you have to remember, and I should have brought that slide up, Bobby had done the slide on showing how much we earn when we have customers just at 10%, but we can now have them up to 30 or 40%. So we all want to shoot for that 30%. So, we can get April, like 30.
You kind of blew over what you did. And would you please explain, you sent out 40 text messages, okay? Mm-hmm. And you got 4 orders, good orders, a couple of them with 2 months worth of collagen and stuff. Now, the average person that doesn't understand what you're talking about, how long did it take you to send out 40 texts?
You know what? I was sitting in a chair watching TV, so maybe 20, 30 minutes, if.
Okay, so 20 or 30 minutes of texting produced 4 new orders For what? $500, $600, $700 worth of orders
Yeah, sure. Yep.
in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour.
So again, that's a text. I can show you what I did if I can find them. I know that was last Monday night. The thing that's important there is, yeah, I got 4 orders. I also got 34 no replies. Okay, 34 no replies. It doesn't matter. If you were to look at my text messages, if you looked at my phone, you'll look and see that probably 6 months ago, I texted them something else. Maybe a year ago, I texted them something else. It doesn't matter to me. And I didn't even know, because I was trying to prove a point to somebody. I didn't know how many texts I sent out. I had to go back and count. I did it with the amount of time I had. But all I'm saying is these reach outs, it doesn't matter who doesn't get back to you. It's who does get back to you. And if you don't make the reach outs and look for the ones that will reply, nothing happens. So, so important there that no matter how you're doing it, we reach out. We all have so many people in our phones at this point. A simple text is easy to do. So, want you to take advantage of that. But customers are going to be key with this program. We can make a lot of money with customers. So we want to go ahead and take care of them. Okay, so this is the price structure. I think you can see all the numbers here. And I want to explain what I did so that you feel real comfortable with this. So we all know the subscription price of collagen was $139. We talk about, times 12. So $1,679.88 is what we're spending a year on collagen. That was the old price. That's what we spent the last few months. The new price is $157. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, that's a big increase for anyone. But when you grandfather in the loyalty program, you can see that March, we spent $157. So we had 157 points. April, we spent another $157. We had 314 points. So I took 200 away, which left 114 points. I can't see everybody's faces, so I hope you're able to follow me. You can see, and then I took the $20 away. So again, I went to May, I added 157 to the 114, came to 271, again, subtracted the 200, so only had 71 left. And you can see every time it reached 200, that I could take 200 points, I took those 200 points away. So what happens is at the end of the year, if we're paying the 157 and not using the loyalty program, we would pay $1,884. But because we're using the loyalty program, an additional $160 comes off. So you have to prepare your customers. It's not going to be a big increase, but the price will move around through the year based on the loyalty program. The total spent is $1,724 now. But the big difference between if the old price and the new price is only $44.12 all year long, okay, meaning it's $3.67 per month.
And they got free products during the year.
Yeah, they get free products, extra offers, they get the it's not including the $10 discount to start with that they're going to get right away that first month. So I just wanted you to feel very comfortable with, again, this is our new program, and we have to have a consultant price, a subscription price, and a retail price. We needed to have those three in order for it to be able to work. So they had to do something, but you can see here, it evens out for your customers, but you have to make your customers aware of it. You have to have I've been spending all my time. I have to tell you, I've not had a customer get mad at me yet. And I was like, I'm explaining it. I've got a text message. I talk them through it. Nobody's even batted an eye at the price increase, which was surprising to me, because I got to tell you, I think I was with Jaya when I saw the price list the first time, and I was like, oh my, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. So this is the collagen. Okay, this is the TRI-SYNERGIZER. And I kind of took our most popular products. Bobby and I, what we sell a lot of TRI-SYNERGIZER packages, and we sell a lot of collagen as a base thing when we start people on these products. So again, the cost of the old TRI-SYNERGIZER packets was $135.99. I just multiplied that by 12. I got $1,631.88. And I guess you can't see the points on this one. Let me see if I can. I guess you can't see the point. I don't know how to move that around. I don't want to mess up the screen. But all I do again is I took the new price, the $152.99, and then I took it again. So it's like 304, 305 there. Then I minused another 200. So I'm left with 100 points because I took the 200. And I just keep adding. You can do this for any product you want. It's super easy. It'll take you about 2 minutes. But if you have a concern, you're not comfortable with the new price, because you have to be really comfortable with your pricing. You have to be comfortable with keeping your old customers. This goes back to when we talk about our business plan that, we have to know, 36 customers gets us the 4,000, gets us into that 30%. So they can earn 1,200 a month. These are figures that we have to know, because when we're talking to people, we have to be able to show our business, and we have to be able to show it in a very quick manner these days. So anyway, it's $152.99 is the new price, $1835.88. Again, you can count the 20s, count how many 20s are there. There's 8 20s. So 8 of those months, I was able to reduce it by $20. That's $160. When I reduce that, it comes down to $1,675. The difference between the old and the new only turns out to be $44 or $3.66. So I did put the price list in the Facebook group, the training page. So the whole price list is there with all the products in it. But I'm going to go one step further, and I'm going to do the Protandim NRF2. And this goes back to what Bobby was saying. Some products you need to direct your customers, because your customers. So I have some that order just the NRF2. And so what I do is there's a package of the NRF2 that's in a 3 package. So it's 3 NRF2, and there's actually a price break for them ordering the 3 at once. So if you have a customer just on Protandim NRF2, you're going to want to be having them order the package of the 3, but you're going to put them on an auto ship for every 3 months. Obviously, they wouldn't be on every month. You can now make it out to 3 months. And again, we're managing our customers. So like we have a guy that goes between Vermont and Mexico. And so sometimes he spends 4 or 5 months. So sometimes I have to go in and move out his auto ship, or he buys 5 at once. This is all our customer service. We need to be able to do that. So get yourself a good calendar, because as you have a lot of customers, it's a lot of juggling. But if you're organized, this becomes really, really easy. So the old package of 3 NRF2 altogether was $133.99. So that's $535.96 a year, the spending. So you can see every 3 months, I went in and I put $150.74. The 2 $150.74s actually puts it over to $300. So I could, again, subtract the 200, subtract $20. I just did that. The difference per month here is 58 cents. So a little education with your I was going to say patience with your customers is going to go a really, really long way. But you have to be comfortable with this. So if you know that you're selling a lot of the hair care line or the skincare line or Protandim or whatever it is, you need to go put it in here so that you can direct your customers for the best thing for them, the best benefit for them. So that's any questions on that, or maybe we'll hold the questions to the end. Maybe write your question down if you have more questions on that. So I hope that was clear. This put me at ease. This really, I felt a whole lot better at it. And as I've been explaining to our customers as we go along, again, I have not had a problem, but I'm confident in my numbers now, and I can show them to anybody.
The one thing to keep in mind, folks, over the last 3 years, everybody's used to paying more for everything. Whether it's eggs, whether it's gas, whether it's meat, whether it's poultry, what airplane tickets, hotel room, whatever it is, everything costs more. So the most important thing that we can do when we're talking to our customers, we got to have that confidence and that posture and that education that April just shared with you. And this is recorded. It'll be in the group within an hour after we finish. Mm-hmm. But when you're talking, they're going to, over the course of the year, they're going to get 2 free products that more than offsets the negative number. Okay, so now they're in the plus side. And we're not even counting the promotions and specials they're going to run over the course of the year. Okay, they're going to do special sales and special different things for the loyalty customers. And, you know, we're not including that. So this is just sheer math.
Yeah.
And they're going to be plus 2 products. And I don't know what the product is. The company's going to choose the product. It ain't going to be the product they're buying, because that makes no sense. You give them a product they're not buying, so maybe they'll put that one on subscription with the other one. You know, that's kind of how it's going to work. And, you know, I could see them giving away a lot of AM and PM products because it's a brand new product. It falls into the price range. And I could see that as being a free product, but I don't know that. I'm just, if I were them, that's what I would do. Okay, is to get that product out there, more people using it, I would give it away as a sample. So, but go ahead, April.
And I wanted, the other thing that, you know, sometimes you think about the $5.99 shipping. I have to tell you, this month in February and in January, I had 3 different customers ask me to do the 2-day, 3-day expedite shipping. So like on a month of collagen, that's $45 so that they could get their product. And both of those ladies had not used collagen yet. They were brand new customers and they're like, I want it like right away. So, you know, people want this stuff. This is good stuff. And then the other one was Vitality Stack. You know, the gentleman wanted it like yesterday. So, and that was the quickest. We don't even have overnight. We have 2 to 3 day. And I think those 2 boxes was only $30. But even a month of collagen is like, it's 44 and change. People are willing to pay this because they want it. If you create the desire, they want it so that they can start it right away. So this is something we've shown before, but we've had so many new people, and a lot of those people are coming down in different levels. So I just wanted to throw it up there again. This again is in the Facebook group. It's in that training. So if you're looking for something, go to the training group on Facebook. If you want to change our names out of there, I don't care. If, you know, you're dealing with people 3-4 levels down and you've got leaders in between and stuff, you want to put your names, I don't care. The value of something like this, remake it yourself, whatever you want to do. The value of this is we all don't have a lot of time. And so when you're onboarding somebody new into the company, you've got to be able to direct them to what's most important. You can't overwhelm them. You can't spend an hour on a Zoom with each person. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be able to give them the information so that they can go to it when they have time. Because if you try to get your time, their time, and then you spend an hour, you've spent a big part of your day. If you're working 8 hours a day, which, you know, most people are part-time spare time, even if you're working 8 hours a day, that's 1/8 of your day. That is way too much time. So this is meant to be able to, you know, just give the person the information so that they have it, and then they can keep it in a place. If they forget where the Thursday night call is, they can go there. If they forget what the product page is.
For. Every new person they should give this to.
Yes. Yeah.
Every new distributor consultant, not a customer.
You know, and sometimes when we start, we're given a lot of stuff, and it can be overwhelming. And I know when I start somebody, I usually give them a little information, and then I tell them in 2-3 days, I'm going to give them some more information. I don't bombard them all at once anymore, because we all can just, you know, we can just concentrate on so much. So again, this is something that they can keep where they realize, well, that's where the team training page is. That's where, you know, the product pages, that's where the company page is. That's the number I call the company with. So that's why we've put this and kept it on purpose. We could put a whole lot more stuff there, but we kept it on purpose to 1 page, because again, once you go on to 2 pages, it becomes overwhelming for most people. So again, this is in the Facebook training page. If you need to grab it, you want to change it around, I don't care, but this is what we've been doing so that we can speed things up, because, you know, like Bobby said, you know, 70 new enrollments is a lot. And we have a lot of customers that are on the product. It's not
70 new, April. It's 70 more than what we did last
70
month.
more. Yeah, 70 more than what we've previously had. So we've got a lot of customers that come in and then quickly upgrade. That has not been unusual. They get on the product for a short time and then they call me up and they're like, you know, how do I sell this stuff? Because people are asking them. So things are moving a lot faster, which is a good thing. It's a good problem. But again, you got to watch your time, and this will just help you as far as maximizing that. Okay. Last few notes. The Friends and Family program is going away. We will no longer have the friends and family. So, you know, if you're selling collagen, you got to get real strong on the 157. That's what it costs if you want it, 157. So that program is over, no more of that. And then the collagen cash is also over. No more $15 for a month of collagen. That was nice while it lasted. I'll vote to bring that back. I like that program, but anyway, probably the Tuesday night will be the last time. So you definitely want to get all your guests on it because they have been phenomenal. Tyler and Rachel with their Zoom. And again, depending on what part of the country you're in, 8 p.m. East Coast time is us. So, you know, obviously if you're East Coast, you want to take away 3 hours. That's the meeting ID and the passcode is 2020. So definitely go through your contacts, who might be interested, who is open to taking a look at this. And then get to New Orleans. You know, not only are we going to have a blast, but there's going to be so much information from so many people. And, you know, if you've gone to some of these events before, the contacts that we make there are contacts we're able to use forever. I just, you know, was able to call in a favor based on a trip that Bobby and I took to Croatia because I took pictures of somebody else or something. I mean, crazy friendships you meet in the craziest places, but it's important. It's a networking part of our business. So not only the knowledge, the networking is there. And then, you know, we're going to have a lot of fun too. So it is St. Patty's Day. They are celebrating Mardi Gras, lots of good stuff going on. I did throw this up. The party is March 16th from 8 to 10. They're talking about wearing a little sparkle, whatever. We don't know if it's an indoor-outdoor party, but people are getting a little bit dressed up. And I don't mean dressed up like in an evening gown. I mean, dressed up with something with little sparkles on it. You know, like they have a lot of the sequins
or something like that.
Yeah. They have a lot of the sequin tops these days. They've got the sequin pants, you know, little dress or whatever. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that because we're really a little over 2 weeks out at this point. So it's going to be exciting. But anyway, so I hope that wasn't too much, but main thing is get comfortable with the prices. And the new prices that, you know, when you talk about selling collagen, you know, 157, whatever your favorite products are, just tell that you know the prices because that's all changed. And the price list is in the Facebook group. So I'm going to stop this. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, stop.
So the one thing keep in mind, we have 2.5 weeks before New Orleans. Keep promoting it. We have about 40 registered now, but let's try and get 50 or 60 there instead of 40. I mean, it's, you know, a lot of people are driving in, you know, depending on where you're coming in from, the plane tickets, you know, if at the last minute, considering it's Mardi Gras and St. Patty's Day, could be expensive, but a lot of people are driving in, but keep promoting it because here's the deal. And some of you know this, the bigger the fish tank, the bigger the fish. And, you know, one thing about vision, it never shrinks. And once somebody has seen it, they've seen it. And when they've seen it, it gets clearer and they explain it better. They become more effective. Their energy goes up, their excitement goes up. So, and the only thing that'll happen if you get a new person to attend New Orleans is when New Orleans is over, they will be thanking you up and down that you encourage them to be there. Okay, that's the only thing that will happen because they have no idea what they'd miss out on. And unless we let them know how cool it is, how important it is, and how much it could lead to them building their business faster, okay, they don't know. Like, we don't know what we don't know, right? I mean, that's life. We don't know what we don't know. And if you got somebody that's in the business, you know, Skylar did something cool for the Chicago folks the other night with going to New Orleans. If they don't know, they don't know, but you do know. And what you want to do is be there. And again, 2.5 weeks is still a long time away. So I wish we had an Airbnb that would sleep 100, but we don't, and ours is full, you know, so you just got to figure out something else. Okay. But, we're excited about it. And Catalina, I see you there. Welcome to the call. You have a lot of excited new people joining the business. Jay has got a lot. Dr. Goodman had, I can't tell you guys how excited we were. And we can't wait to get back. Okay. I was getting messages from Brandon Cunningham today with what was going on in Puerto Rico. I know there was a great meeting in Southern California. I see Jeff on here somewhere. He was in that one. Welcome, Jeff. I know it's your first call. So you spoke to April, but good to meet you. You got the best of the best, man. We know all those folks personally, and you will never get more talent in one room and more heart in one room than you saw in Southern California. Those are just amazing people. And April, remind me, I'm going to post, Rachel felt really, really bad that she got snowed in, and she did an 8 or a 9 minute video for Chicago that we played after the meeting. And I'm telling you, it's like the best 8-minute video I've ever seen in my life. I mean, she is just priceless. And again, our relationship with Rachel, and she's a rock star, not just in LifeVantage, but in the industry, has evolved because of the events like New Orleans, okay, and the trips like Croatia and Puerto Vallarta and some of the other places we've been with them. And we're not on the same team, but she's had us train her team. She's trained our team, and she knew she was coming into Chicago for our team. She knew that, okay? And I'm telling you, that's why it's so important when the company has a big event. And, you know, the next big event isn't until October. That's a long way away. You know, that's going to be in Texas. But that's a lifetime in this industry, October. So let's keep pushing for New Orleans. But do you want to open it, April, if anyone's got any? Okay,
Yes.
so
Any questions,
that's the new material. Anyone's got something to share or a question, please feel free.
Just want to point out one thing for those of us who've been there in this business for over 5 years. We have some consultants now, I would call, who joined, but once in a while they buy product. They're not active. I would urge all of them to become a customer, downgrade, because now onwards we have to pay $50 every year for all the consultants to maintain our website. So if the consultants don't want to pay that, they have to downgrade to a customer.
And that's one way to look at it. Now, I feel the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
I would never downgrade a consultant or a distributor to a customer, because I'm always going to be praying for them that somewhere along the line they decide to build the business.
Yeah, that's okay. That's
so there's two ways to look at that, folks. And the beauty of owning your own business is it's your decision. Okay.
Yeah.
And that, so I don't
And you're
agree
not-
with that. And
Yeah.
April and I have not done that,
No.
but you can do that, because
Yeah.
there will be an annual renewal fee, which, by the way, every company in the world charges an annual renewal fee, and we have never in 14 years done it. Okay, now we're only here 5 years, okay, but even the 9 years before, they've never done it. They just didn't charge anybody, but now it will be in there moving forward. So next, and any other
And
questions?
wait,
comments?
I want to tell you how I looked at it, Jay, though I always want to do the best by my customer, consultant, distributor, whatever you want to call them. I want to do the best by my person. The consultant price is 10% cheaper than the subscription price.
that's
So-
I tell them, but buy in your customer, but keep buying once in a while. That's
Yeah.
what,
Yeah, obviously you want them to buy more, but so, you know, I've heard all the conversations, but in my heart, I have to do what's right for them. I've just left mine alone. They
And they're
chose at
buying
some
it
point.
10% cheaper.
Yeah, they've chose at some point to be a distributor, and maybe once a year they drag a person in. I don't care. But they're getting the best price. If they decide they don't want to spend the $50 because it doesn't work out with the math, I have no problem, but that's their call.
because there are 1 or 2 of them in my group who just, I don't want them to get a surprise when they are asked to pay $50. So I
So let
want,
them know. You can do the math just the way that I did. Figure
Yeah.
out what they use all year, take the 10%, and it's the 10% more than the $50.
that's it.
I have a question. The collagen right now, where is it besides US? Canada, and where else?
The collagen right now has been just the US and I think recently Canada. Starting, I believe it's next week. I think it's March or
Yeah.
the second week in March. Australia will have it too.
But not Europe.
None of Europe. No, it's not scheduled for Europe at this time. Our European distributors order it from the US and ship it themselves.
Okay.
They all have mailboxes, all of our Dutch and Belgium and, you know, British distributors, German distributors, they all have mailboxes here. And they ship to their mailbox and they ship it to them over there. But it's not scheduled to be there before the end of this year or beginning of next year. Now that can change, but that's the plan at this time.
And then one more question. The messages that we send from LifeVantage from the app, they get into the message inbox, like the phone message inbox of people?
Text.
Because I never get any responses from anybody, and I'm wondering where it goes.
No, it goes to the text message actually.
Like a text message, right?
Yes, it does.
As long
go.
as you got their
I
phone
check
number, it goes
I
there.
check it right
Yeah.
away. It
Now,
does
the
go
thing-
to the-
The thing you do have to remember is that's a different phone number. So they don't
Yeah.
recognize your phone number unless you say, hey, this is Catalina.
I do, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I do, but
Because it's a really weird phone number and a lot of them would think it was spam.
But you can opt to use your own number, right?
Yeah, you can,
Yeah, you can opt to use your own number.
Okay.
oh,
I switched mine and it works better.
okay. And the last question is, there is, you know, a lady, Kim Lee, that she's looking for a room part, you know.
She's on here.
share the room.
Yeah.
Oh,
She-
you are,
She's
okay.
on here.
She asked me about if there is somebody, I
So-
said, I'll ask. I
I'll
don't
keep
know.
my eyes out too. I've been kind of
And
looking.
and Kim, we'll call a few of our friends, but if anyone's got a female looking to share a room with another female, please get in touch with Catalina, April, myself, or Kim directly if you know her, but
Thank you.
we'll check on that for you too, Kim.
Thank you so much to mention it.
Awesome.
I'm sure there's another woman looking to share a room. We'll find you
Texted
somebody.
me, I told Kim to text.
Yes, yes, you are. Thank you so much. I reach out to everyone. Yes.
April,
Uh-huh.
are you going to share the your text message you said you sent out?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, and I'll put it maybe a screenshot in the group. So I just wrote, hey, it's April Wagner, because I don't know the last time that, you know, again, I talk to these people. It's not all the time. I want to make sure they know who it is. They don't have to think. I have another new product because they know that I sell products, helps with weight loss. And then I put in parentheses, my hubby lost 30 pounds, joint pain and skin. So I put all that. It's a new activating collagen product that is amazing. Not sure if you've seen any of my Facebook stories, but check out the website. If you want more info, please let me know. And then I have the collagenactivated.com below it.
So just post that in the group, April. Take a, you know, a screenshot and post it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So you send that as a message or you posted it?
I text that. I
As
text
an
that.
individual message.
Yeah. Oh, I know. We were sitting with Gail. Gail's on here. So we were sitting with Gail and, you know, again, there's so many different ways we can make use of the contacts we have on our phones. We can meet new ones in person. We can meet new ones online. There's lots and lots of people out there to talk to. So never should be a shortage of people to be able to talk to. And I think that I know this was a Monday night because I can see, and it was like 8 o'clock. Because I can see the one message that I pulled up. And I think I really wasn't even feeling that good because I kind of went and sat in the chair in my room, but I just was copy and pasting a few of these, spent a little time and got 4 good orders. And access to 4 new people that can refer other people and may become distributors at this point. So that's what it's all about, is just these little touches with people. And when I look back at some of them I'd sent messages to about the NAD. I don't know, that one was like a year and a half ago or something easily. So even longer, that was June of 2021 was NAD. So, I mean, it's not like I do it all the time, but occasionally to touch a lot of people, that was the easiest way for me to do that night.
No, it's, you know, whether you've talked to someone in the past or not, it's just time to reach out again like they're new. I mean, there's not a person that you and I know that didn't experience change over the last 3 years. Everyone experienced change. Hopefully it wasn't bad change, but everyone experienced change, and it's time for a fresh message, you know? And if you're anything like me, I mean, I got 5,000 names in my phone. You could never get to them all. You just can't. It's too many names, and things will happen. And then you add social media. But for the folks that don't want to do social media, April, post that website too in the group. You know, we're the only thing we're using now when we're talking collagen, because some people are on Instagram, some aren't, some are on Facebook, some aren't, to eliminate the login aspect of it. If somebody's not a member, I made a collagen website that anybody can use, and I updated probably every 2 weeks with the latest before and afters. And it's just a couple videos on it and about 200 before and after pictures. And that's it. Okay. But it makes it real easy because anybody can click a link. They don't have to log in. They don't need a password. They don't need an ID number. It works for everybody. So post that and we'll get that posted in the group, and just feel free to use it.
Before we leave, I have a question. I went on the website and I don't see Canada, collagen in Canada.
Then it's not there.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know that it's there, but you know, if then it's not there. If it's not on the Canadian website, then it's not there.
Okay.
But I have a friend who orders it.
Yeah, she can do it. There's, what do they call it? Or something. She can do
Oh,
it.
that's right. There's a special way to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I have the link if anybody needs it, but yeah, there's a name for the website that you can order
Send it
through.
to
So
Zuma.
it can be done.
Okay. I
Yeah,
will
it's
appreciate
not
that.
the same as we do it, but they can get it.
Perfect. Thank you for that.
What else? Anybody else?
Yeah, on the Canada link to order, I know a few people up in Canada. Actually, I have an old distributor up there.
So send it to
Okay, I'm
Steve.
looking it up. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I have it.
But again, you know, the fact that we're up 70 enrollments over last month, and it's 3 days less in the month, you guys killed it. You know, you guys, and we're not done yet. Obviously, the month's not over. Blew away last month's volume as of today, blew it away. And we still got 3 days left, and that's still 3 more days less than last month. Okay, so you guys are doing a great job, and you know, the key is being excited and always behaving like you're new. That is the key to the business. There's nothing more attractive to a guest than a person that's excited. It's just, you're a magnet that's drawing people to you versus a magnet that's pushing people away. And excitement is so attractive to people. You know, it was funny, and going back to Chicago, when I was talking to Skylar later on, he said, when the room is filled with guests, he's been in rooms where people are excited, where the room was filled with distributors who are already in. But he said the excitement that you feel from guests in a room is a completely different excitement than the excitement from distributors who are already in. And I can tell you, April and I saw it from the front of the room because we did the meeting, and you could literally see the light bulb go on in people's heads. I mean, over the course of the meeting, you could just see that they were so excited that they were in. that you could just see it in them. They just lit up like a light bulb. And I tell you that is going to be the theme moving forward, is enrolling. Okay, not that it wasn't always important, but with the way they're paying us to enroll now, you know, 10 to 40% commission every month on every order. I mean, let's face it, that's getting some serious pay for repeat business. So anyway, that's going to be the theme with us, that's for sure. Anything else? I can't wait for New Orleans. The countdown has begun.
NAD is not available in Canada so far.
NAD is not available in a lot of places. Just buy it in the US and buy a year's supply. Everything's available everywhere. Get creative.
Okay.
Everybody orders. Our Dutch team has been ordering every US product for 5 years. They just figure it out. You know, I mean, it's not that difficult. They just figure it out. Now, if you want the company to figure it out, well, then you're going to have to wait for the company to do everything. But, you know, we're not dealing with drugs, folks. These are supplements. They're vitamins. You know, somebody buying a vitamin from another country, that is not like they're buying, you know, crack cocaine. Okay. It's a vitamin. So come on, man. They just use a PO box and send it over. It's not, and especially PROTANDIM, NAD, you know, the ProBio. I mean, they only weigh like 2 ounces.
Mhm.
You know, there's no weight involved. The shipping is pennies. There's no, now collagen, I've been shipping collagen over to the Netherlands for the Dutch team, and that's different. That runs about 50, 60 bucks per month supply. So when I send 2 months worth, it's about 120 bucks. So, I mean, they reimburse, they pay for it, but that's dead weight, man. I mean, it's just nothing you can do about it. But you fill up a box with Axio, with Nerf 2, with NAD, the shipping is pennies because there's no weight involved. There's just, there's no weight there. So, but anything can be shipped anywhere if you really want to do it.
Just remember, there's always a store at the event.
The
So
what?
There's a store at the event, LV store.
Sometimes,
sure.
yeah, not
Yeah.
always, but sometimes, yeah,
Yeah, most of the time.
most of the time, yeah, yeah.
I'll let you go in a second. But I'll tell you, when our Dutch friends would come over in the other company years ago, the euro was about $1.80 to $1,
Yeah.
a US dollar. And they would come here and they'd buy more Apple products than you could imagine and bring them back. And they'd get euros for it but they paid dollars for it here, but they'd get euros for it over there. And they'd pay for their trip for a month with picking up a few laptops or iPhones or whatever. Now the euro and the dollar are the same. Okay, give or take, you know, they're about the same thing. But man, they made some money on the exchange rate, boy, years ago, I can tell you. They paid for trips. But we'll let you go. You know how to reach us. Catalina, I still need to, it doesn't need to be tonight, but I still need to get together with Maribel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we were texting, but she was in church, so I still have to help her with her order. But anyone else, you need any last minute help with orders? It's midnight on Tuesday night, and then we're gonna go dark for a little bit, a day or two, while they turn the system over to the brand new system. So hopefully that's short, but don't freak
Are the
out.
enroll-
Teams.
Are the enrollment packs gonna go up in price or no?
Oh, the what?
The enrollment packs are gonna go
We,
up.
What
we,
is
you know,
mentioned
it's
that
funny,
fell.
it's funny you should say that. We've been trying to get an answer on that for 3 months and have still
Yeah.
not gotten an answer on
Yeah.
that. We don't know. We don't know. Okay.
So when they show there is no price increase, maybe there'll be a difference in what they put in it.
Who knows? But
I
we've been
still
trying. There's 2 or 3 things that we just have not been able to get an answer to. Most of it doesn't apply to most people, but that was one of them, Catalina, that we do not know. So
Yeah.
I would guess probably if there needs to be an increase, it'd probably be 1 or 2 less.
Yeah, but the
products in pack.
consultant price didn't really go up. Our consultant price
Right.
pretty much stayed the same, so there's no reason for the
For
packages
the
to
packs
go
to
up.
go up.
Yeah,
Because it's the retail price and the subscription that went up. The consultant price, we're paying the same price as we always did. So the pack should stay close to the same if there's any movement at all. But we'll let you know if we find out. So it won't be a big deal, Catalina. It'll be just like April went over before. It'll be a few dollars. It's not going to be a big deal. So.
Thanks.
And just remember, you know, folks, and we, you know, we've known about this for 4 or 5 months. I know you just found out in January, but keep this in mind. Everything that we spoke about is only relevant to people that are already in the business. Coming March 1st, as we talk to new people, none of this matters to anybody. New people are new people. Okay, and you just present the program just like we always did. So what we've been talking about only involves old people. Because moving forward, it is what it is. We have a great comp plan, great products, and the price is the price. There's no explaining anything. You know, we only got to explain to the old. So it'll be okay, you know, but we'll be there to help, and the company will be there to help, you know, with any transitions that need to happen.
Okay.
Everybody good?
Thank you.
You'll have a million questions. It's okay though. We'll get through it. Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.